England illegal money lending information. With an estimated 310,000 households in the UK borrowing from unlicensed lenders, or loan sharks as they are more commonly known, illegal money lending is a problem across the country. Anyone who operates a money lending business without a licence from the Office of Fair Trading is acting illegally. The England illegal money lending team are cracking down on unlicensed lenders who 1. Target the vulnerable and those who struggle to access mainstream credit. 2. Rarely offer paperwork, so those who borrow from them are kept in the dark about how much they still owe. 3. Are unclear with borrowers on the terms of the loan, how much they must pay, how long they will be paying for, and how much interest is on top. 4. Can charge extortionate rates of interest, rates of 131,000% APR have been seen. 5. Take items as security. These items could even include passports, driving licence, or even the bank card with the PIN in order to withdraw directly from borrowers' accounts, leaving them with little or nothing to get by on. And 6. As the debts can't legally be enforced, loan sharks will often resort to extreme methods to reclaim their debts. This could mean threats, intimidation, violence, or worse. Most loan shark victims are friends with the loan shark to begin with, or perhaps they find out about the loan shark through a friend, family member, or know of them in the community. The loan sharks may appear to be doing you a favour, but they are not offering a community service. They will quickly trap you into a spiral of debt, forcing you to pay back far and above what you have borrowed and can afford. The England illegal money lending team are cracking down on illegal money lending and any related criminality, bringing offenders to justice through the courts. We have secured 218 convictions for illegal money lending and related criminal activity, leading to almost 140 years' worth of custodial sentences. We've also cleared illegal debt to the tune of £40 million. We have prosecuted for a range of serious offences related to illegal money lending, including blackmail, violence, drugs offences, firearms offences, and even kidnap and rape. The team not only put a stop to this criminal activity, but work extensively with victims, helping them get back on their feet. Working with a range of partner agencies, we will refer victims to any further support needed, including debt advice, counselling, credit unions as a safe and legal source of credit. If you or someone you know has been a victim of a loan shark, help is at hand. To report a loan shark, call the confidential hotline on 0300 555 2222. Lines are answered by a trained investigator and are open 24/7. Remember, if you have borrowed from a loan shark, you have done nothing wrong. It is the lender who has committed the crime. Debts to a loan shark are unenforceable in law, so you do not have to keep repaying. Any information you can provide can help put a stop to this horrendous crime. Take a listen to the audio play that follows, put together by the England illegal money lending team and VIPs in Durham, performed by some of the Society's talking newspaper volunteers and staff. Just a Few Quid tells the real-life story of a loan shark victim, the horrendous time she went through at the hands of a loan shark, and how she got back on her feet after reporting the lender.
Our play starts one evening in a pub with a group of friends, including Eve, Sarah, and Charlie sitting chatting and having a drink.
It just gave up halfway through a wash cycle, smoke out the back and everything.
Oh, I know, Eve. Mine did the same a few weeks back. Been washing the kids' clothes in the bloody sink ever since.
But Sarah, I've no idea how I'm going to afford a new one.
I keep telling you girls, you should come to me for a loan.
Oh, shut up, Charlie. You've been after that one for ages.
All I'm saying is, I can loan you 300 or 400 right now. You can get yourself a washing machine and have a bit left. Buy yourself something nice.
The credit union have got a good deal on at the moment.
But they'll take weeks, if you ever get it.
And you've got the money on you now?
Charlie leans down to a rucksack beside his feet and pulls out a Ziploc wallet. There is cash rolled and bound with an elastic band and a filofax inside. He counts off the money and hands it to Eve.
300, pay it back at 20 quid a week. 700 back to me and you'll be paid off by Christmas.
Charlie makes a few notes in his filofax whilst Eve thumbs through the money.
Now, Sarah, are you sure? It's just a few quid.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your loss?
It is daytime in Eve's kitchen. Eve is sitting at the table reading the newspaper, a cup of coffee on the table in front of her.
Hi Eve, can I come in?
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. Come through.
How's it working out for you?
Perfect. Much better than the last one we had.
It's that time again.
Eve takes her purse from her handbag, pulls out a £20 note and hands it over.
Well, here you are then.
Tar, you got a pen?
Eve rummages inside her bag, takes out a pen and hands it to him.
Here.
Just got to make a note.
He makes his note, then puts the filofax and the pen inside his wallet before turning and leaving. Eve almost says something, but thinks better of it. We are in Eve's kitchen again several weeks later.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Jenny. Glad to see you. I'm feeling pretty rotten.
Why did you take the money off him? Everyone knows what he's like.
Do you think the bank's going to give me a loan?
You couldn't ask your mum?
I'm not running to her every time I have a problem. Anyway, it's fine. I've paid him for 5 weeks.
But what happens when you can't? He won't take no for an answer.
It's fine. He likes us.
We're back in Eve's kitchen and a few more weeks have passed. Eve, Sarah and Jenny are sitting around Eve's kitchen table again.
It's a nightmare. I've paid him for 8 weeks, but I can't this week. Jordan needed a new pair of trousers for school. Ripped a hole right through the last ones.
I told you, he's not going to take no for an answer.
He'll have to. I'll pay him again from next week.
Rather you than me.
Well, the credit union just take it straight off my benefit. 12 quid off each payment. I don't even have to think about it.
How much did you get from the credit union?
300 for a washing machine and a microwave.
Do you think Charlie'll be trouble?
I wouldn't trust him.
What do you mean you can't pay?
Eve walks back into the kitchen with Charlie following behind, a furious look on his face.
Hi, Charlie.
We had an agreement. 20 quid a week. Every week.
Well, I can't pay this week. I had to buy Jordan new trousers. I can pay again next week, and I'll make this one up too.
I'm going to have to put a charge on the account.
Why?
Missed payment penalty. It's pretty standard.
Charlie reaches into his Ziploc wallet and takes out his filofax. He makes a few notes with his pen and then puts it and the filofax away.
Takes what you owe to around 1,000.
1,000? You said 700.
That was then.
Charlie, that's not fair.
I don't care. You borrowed the money. You've got to pay it back. 1,000. I'll be back next week.
Where's Charlie?
Don't know, and I don't care.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, fine.
She couldn't pay him last week.
Jenny, shut up.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like any of us are bloody millionaires.
What did he do?
Stuck a fine on the amount I owe him.
How much?
Another 300.
Blimey, that's loads. But at least he didn't get violent. I've heard stories.
Well, I thought he was going to. He looked like he was about to hit you.
I know.
My mate said that her friend borrowed from him, and when she couldn't pay, he smacked her about in front of her kids.
You didn't want to mention this when he was borrowing money off him.
He was sitting right across the table from me. What was I going to say?
Did you manage to pay him this week?
Yeah, he was sweet. Like nothing has happened. Just came in, took the 20 and left.
He still wants the 1,000 though.
Yeah. What am I going to do though when it comes to Jordan's birthday? Or Chris's?
Well, Chris will understand.
He'll do his nut asking what I was doing borrowing money off Charlie. He'll go spare.
You've not told him?
No.
Where does he think the new machine came from?
I told him my mum loaned me the money.
You're right. He'll go nuts if he finds out now.
You're such a comfort.
Eve and her husband Chris are sitting at the table in the kitchen.
I'll get it.
Listen, my husband's here. I want the money. Just not now. I've been told to shout.
Who was that?
Oh, no one.
Well, what do you need you back for?
It was just a charity collector. I gave them a few quid.
Eve is sitting alone in her kitchen with a stack of letters, which are obviously bills, a calculator and a pad of paper in front of her. Eve goes to the door and returns with Charlie.
You can't come here on a night. Chris doesn't know I borrowed from you.
You think I care?
He'd come after you if he knew.
If he tries anything, I'll bloody kill him. You got me payment?
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
I mean, no.
You're having me on, aren't you?
No. It was Jordan's birthday. I had to get him something.
You think I care about your stupid kid? You pay me what you owe, or you'll be sorry. I can cause a lot of pain. For you, for Chris, for your bloody kid. He'll wish he'd never been born.
Please don't hit us.
There's 800 left you owe me. I want every penny next week, or there's going to be serious trouble.
Eve and Chris are sitting at the table again. Eve is admitting to the loan.
What do you think I was going to do? Throw you out? Hit you?
I was just embarrassed.
Why didn't you go to your mum for the money? You know I should say yes.
You know her. She'd hang it over me head for the rest of time. She already thinks I'm not a good mother. Now I can't even afford a bloody washing machine.
You're going to have to ask her for the money. We don't have 800.
I know.
You sure that's all he wants? 800 and that's it? Quits?
Yeah, he promised. Pay him back and everything's done.
Chris picks his phone up off the table and passes it to Eve.
Hello, Mum?
Eve is sitting at the table with Charlie. He is counting a large bundle of notes. His filofax is open on the table in front of him. Once he has finished counting, he slips the money into his Ziploc wallet and makes a note in his filofax.
Thanks.
So we're even now. I'm paid up.
I'll be seeing you around.
It's a few weeks later. The same group of friends are once again sitting around the table in the pub.
That's odd.
What is?
You said you'd paid him off.
Yeah, I had to borrow the 800 I still owed from me mum.
But I seen him on Sunday. He was saying you still owe him.
What?
He said you were still a couple of hundred short. That he'd been asking you for it, but you've been ignoring him.
I haven't seen him since I paid him. What, 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, I was there too. He asked if we knew where you'd been.
He knows where I live. If he wants trouble, Chris will give it to him.
I'd keep away from him if I were you.
Eve is sitting in her kitchen with Chris.
Get your hands off her.
Then tell her to pay the money she owes me.
She has. She paid you 1,000.
Now I want the rest.
What?
You owe me another 500.
For what?
Repayment.
We don't owe you anything. We're paid. Now get out.
500. I'll be back tomorrow. 500 or else. You don't want me as an enemy. I'm warning you.
Charlie walks out and Chris races over to Eve, who collapses into his arms.
We have to go to the police.
He'll kill us.
He'll be locked up.
He'll get his mates to kill us.
We have to.
Eve and Chris are once again sitting at their kitchen table. This time, a plainclothes female police sergeant is sitting next to them. Everyone around the table seems nervous.
It's okay. He's the one that's committed an offence, not you. He's the one in trouble. You've done nothing wrong. You just trusted the wrong person.
Who's this?
Someone who wanted to meet you.
Oh, evening, gorgeous. Okay, Eve. You got the money?
Eve hands over a roll of notes. Charlie counts it, then slides it into his Ziploc wallet.
That's us square now. I've paid 1,500. We're even.
We'll see.
The plainclothes officer steps up from the table and blocks Charlie's path as he goes to leave.
Out of my way, lass.
Charlie tries to force his way past, but Chris and the officer pin him down and put the cuffs on.
Charlie Doyle, you're suspected of lending money without a credit licence. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. If you don't mention when questioned, something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given an...
Remember, we are here to help if you have been involved with a loan shark. Here's a reminder of the hotline number: 0300 555 2222.